Hey, I'm Elsa. I live full-time in a 13-foot Scamp trailer with partner Baron and dog Camp. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you some of the criteria we use in choosing camping spots. The way we're able to live rent-free in this tiny little camper is by parking primarily in National Forest land or BLM land. In most areas you can camp for up to 14 days, but every area has its own restrictions of how long you can stay, how long you have to leave before you can come back, and you can find almost all of this information online. First, I'll tell you what exactly we look for in an ideal camping spot, and then I'll tell you how we find them. Our most favorite places to camp are right next to water, be it a stream, a river, a pond, or a lake. We like to get in the water, we like to be able to bring buckets of water back to the Scamp to clean, and ideally we would like to have a heavy-duty water filter so we can filter water straight from the water source for drinking and for cooking. The next thing we look for is sun and shade. Shade is really important in the summertime as it's pretty uncomfortable to live in any temperatures higher than 80 degrees. But at the same time, sun is really important because that's how we get our electricity. We collect the sun with our solar panels, and that stores in our Goal Zero batteries. We have a modular solar setup versus a mounted solar setup, which means that our solar panels and our batteries are not attached to the Scamp. This allows us to charge our batteries anywhere, no matter if we're parked in the sun or in the shade, and that is very helpful. The next thing we think about is our proximity to town. We still use town to collect our water, we don't have a water filter, to go to the grocery store, and for Wi-Fi. But we're becoming better and better at not relying on town so much. And now we can go to town once or twice a week for groceries and water and be completely fine. The last piece is cell service. It's been a huge part of how we choose our campsites in the past, but as of 1 week ago, WEBOOST sent us the RV65 service extender, which was super easy to set up. As soon as we turned it on, it worked, so no need for an app or anything. And it took us from 0 bars of service up to 4 bars of LTE service. It was crazy. We're super excited to do a full video on this WEBOOST, so if you have any specific questions, leave them in the comments below. So you know now what our favorite kind of campsites are, and now I'm going to tell you how we find them. The easiest method to find campsites is on freecampsites.net. We've been using it since we started Scamp Life. It's a database of free and paid-for campsites across the US. It's a community-driven database, meaning campers can go in and list their favorite campsites, but you're not going to find all of the campsites in the US listed on freecampsites.net. People are pretty hesitant to give up the best spots. The prime time spots you have to dig for. The satellite layer on Google Maps is also a really helpful addition to freecampsites.net. You can see on your phone little dirt roads and pull-offs that you might not be able to see with your eyes. These pull-offs and dirt roads can sometimes be really choppy and messy and full of potholes, but this has been our best trick in finding the best campsites. Big rigs and sometimes just regular vehicles can't get up these beat-up roads, so we routinely have a lot of privacy in these camp spots. Sometimes we'll put up the drone over our favorite spots or just take up the mountain bike to survey the area. Like I said, these roads get really gnarly, so it's nice to be able to check them out before we pull the Scamp into the area and have to pull them back out.
Our spot's open. Yes.
When we first started doing Scamp Life, moving every 14 days was kind of a pain. Just as we learned how to pack up the Scamp and move, and also it was pretty stressful driving with the Mini Cooper. But now that we've really honed everything in, we know what we're doing, we know how to pack up the Scamp well so that nothing falls apart on the inside. It's a super fun adventure. If you're planning on traveling or living full-time as a nomad and you have questions or ideas, leave them down below, and we'll talk to you in the comments. Bye.